Hello everyone, Patrikios here. Lost to media. This is the topic I've been wanting to cover for a while now, as I find the concept of losing access to a piece of media and then trying to find it in the ocean of the internet rather exciting. Whether it be a video game, animated episode, or movie, it doesn't really matter to me. What intrigues me the most are the small bits of information that we still have on the product that is now forgotten. So without further ado, here are 10 pieces of lost media that were either partially found or still remain missing. Wuzz and Bott is a computer-animated Arabic-Egyptian series that was in production from 2001 to 2005. The show was notorious for being a blatant rip-off of the famous Christian series Veggie, judging by its similar-looking character designs and animation style. Out of the 26 episodes, only 8 have been found on YouTube. Based on the description of the series, it supposedly revolved around 2 wooden dolls that were sprung to life by a magic hand and decided to take a career in acting. In each episode, they go on a different acting adventure, discovering a new life lesson in each one. To be honest, the animation wasn't all that bad for an early 2000s production, though it does look creepy at times, I have to admit. Take a look at this rip-off Bob. These chicks were hot though. Davey and Goliath is a Christian clay-animated children's television series, which was produced first by the United Lutheran Church in America. The show was aimed at a youth audience, and generally dealt with issues such as respect for authority, sharing, and prejudice, all done with a Christian focus. During the latter half of the 20th century, many episodes were banned from the airwaves due to their controversial nature. One of them, portraying the kids pretending to be a Native American Indian, leading the character Barney to do brownface, and another where Davey tells a deaf kid to go shoot himself. In the episode, Louder Please. The only known copies of these banned scenes are on VHS and have yet to have fully surfaced anywhere online, apart from heavily edited clips. The Adventures of Voopa and Goolash is a 2007 New Zealand animated series originally conceived in South Africa and created by digital graphics artist Craig White and animated by Photon VFX. It's based on a 2005 SMS and web-based initiative in which children would protect the goulash species that are being persecuted for the much-loved goulash soup. It was meant to have an environmental message about sustainable living, in harmony with nature and all other living things. Episodes were produced and a second season was in the works. The series' distribution rights were initially held by a UK-based company titled Cut Communications, which also referred to a second season in a press release. Despite the fact that it was set to broadcast in 27 countries, it ultimately received little to no distribution, with further seasons and planned interactive merchandise never making it to the public, due to financial issues. A few episodes were posted onto YouTube by the creator himself in 2019, and some completed episodes still are to this day on an Athens Kids channel. Postcards from Buster centers on Buster traveling to various places around North America, usually in the United States, with his father, who is a pilot for a group of musicians. In each episode, he meets children in specified locations who show him aspects of their family's lives and local culture. The sequences with him are animated, while the portions featuring children are live action, viewed from the viewpoint of a video camera. After each trip, he sends Arthur a video postcard, the videotape summarizing what he's done and who he's met in each location. The children and their families that are presented in the series are meant to be multicultural and diverse, and range from a Mormon family in Utah to a Mestizo family in Texas. This entry specifically referencing the Vermont episode, which was heavily criticized before it even aired, due to the fact that the kids' parents were in a lesbian relationship. Buster even cracks a joke, stating, "Wow, that's a lot of moms." The episode, of course, was tame and did not differ much from the rest of the series, but it was blocked from airing at first by PBS, believing that it was best to leave it to the parents of the viewers to discuss such topics on their own time. At first, only clips and screenshots of the episode appeared online, until the entire episode was posted on YouTube, as well as appearing on a DVD release by Cookie Jar. PBS is now open on sharing all types of family dynamics, and even aired a gay couple a few years ago. Youri The Spaceman is a 2002 3D animated series created by Sparks Animation Studios, produced for Cartoon Network and other television broadcasters. The series consisted of 26 3-minute episodes chronicling the life of the main character Youri, an astronaut that has become stranded on the moon. While only a limited amount of information on the series' history can be found today, it is known to have received both a French and English dub, and has aired in a variety of countries, such as France, America, and Australia. Notably, figurines for the series seem to have been in production at some point, with at least one of them a model of Youri's spaceship, making it onto eBay. Only a handful of clips and screenshots were available online up until December of 2014, when my spleen user ChupaX uploaded a torrent containing a DVD rip of 18 of the 26 episodes in their English dub, having previously recorded it, rendering the bulk of the series readily accessible. 20 episodes are accounted for, while the remaining 6 are still lost, having been identified via an episode listing on TV.com. Who knows if they'll ever be posted online though, due to the fact that we've never seen any home media release of the series. Treasure Island was a game for the Windows XP. Alongside games like 3D Pinball and Spider Solitaire, I vividly remember it coming included with the operating system, but a quick Google search disproves this, as it's nowhere to be found on this list, which really confused me. The game was meant for children, taking place in the Jurassic period. It was an educational type game that taught you about prehistoric animals. You played as a character named Junior who time traveled into the Jurassic period by getting into a time traveling machine. From what I can still remember, you were given a choice on what part of the island you could visit, with each section containing different dinosaurs with their own minigame. Also on the top right corner, there was another island, but this one could only be accessed if you had an internet connection. As of now, I can't find anything about the game. It remains missing. South Park is a cancelled open-world video game based on the television series of the same name. It was developed by Ubisoft and BuzzMonkey Studios in 2005. The game would have been released for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and Nintendo GameCube before being scrapped for unknown reasons. A collector discovered its existence in an Xbox development kit. Only some footage of the prototype is on YouTube, and no known ISOs of the game are available anywhere. The game would have been similar to that of GTA and The Simpsons Hit and Run gameplay, where the player could roam freely around the town, drive vehicles, fight pedestrians, and complete missions. The 4 boys were all playable characters, and the secondary characters from all 8 seasons of the show would have also appeared. This one's a bit of a strange crossover. In 1999, Chuck E. Cheese began to show clips from the religious kids show, Veggie, mostly silly songs with Larry and any other songs that fell under that category, that played when the animatronics weren't performing. Due to Chuck E. Cheese not being a religious establishment per se, the Veggie songs had to be altered, making them different from the originals. Though most thought that these were lost to time, as Chuck E. Cheese were the only ones who had access to these videos that played on their television screens, in 2020, the Chuck E. Cheese versions of the songs were posted onto YouTube. The Moxy Show was an animation anthology television series produced by Hanna-Barbera and is the first Cartoon Network original series. The show ran on May 25, 1996, originally as the Moxy Pirate Show, and consisted of classic cartoons divided by 3D animated interstitials, featuring Moxy, the dog, and another character named Flea. Though the show ran for 7 years, it didn't gain much popularity amongst Cartoon Network fans, and tons of footage of the show is still missing to this day. PBS Kids Play was an interactive gaming site that taught young kids from the ages of 3 to 6 reading, math, social studies, science, and other skills. The site was taken down on June 30th, 2015 due to it having obsolete technologies, meaning that most likely it used Adobe Flash Player, which was phased out on tons of websites. Though there isn't much information about the websites today, some remnants in the form of video gameplay still exists on YouTube. Other than that, it completely vanished. The Mr. Potato Head Show was a children's television series featuring Mr. Potato Head. It first aired on Fox Kids on September 12, 1998. The series ran for a single season of 13 episodes and was then cancelled on February 16, 1999. After the series was cancelled, the creators made a direct-to-video movie that depicts the show's cancellation from the perspective of the characters, basically them giving commentary on the decision. The movie is mostly made of clips from the television show, usually depicted as flashbacks. The rest of the episodes were lost, due to the show being incredibly obscure, though some of them can be found online. Number 11. Cubo Series. Just wanted to add this one as an honorable mention, in case anyone out there knows more about it. On May 13th, 2020, Twitter user David Stoons posted a tweet including two popular well-known animated series that made it onto the not-so-well-known American television channel Cubo. They used to air tons of obscure and old-school shows, until it was shut down on February 28th, 2021. But the tweet also contained two other shows that were just not as popular, titled When the Going Gets Goth and Brain Brain. Though when you try to search the two supposed animated shows, nothing comes up. Brain Brain, as described by another Twitter user who remembers the show, revolves around a kid with two brains, with two different personalities. One is a nerd and the other is a jock. As for the second show, nobody else remembers it. Some only say that it looks vaguely familiar. If anyone knows more about it, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching this far. Subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed. And be sure to check out my other videos as well. Other than that, I'll see you next week. Later.